I asked Coach about Myles Garrett. When you watch him, obviously he's unique. How much of just a protection plan do you have to focus on with him, knowing he moves around, although he stays a little bit more on one side?
Yeah, that's the big challenge is, you think you know where he is mostly, but he does move around a bit. He'll be over the guard. He'll be over the center. He'll line up over your right tackle. And, yeah, I mean, you said it. He's a dominant player, as good as we've seen. And, so you definitely want to help, where you're sliding your protection, hoping that you can get a chip over there. So he's someone that you have to be aware of every play.
The dreaded two-part question, Coach. First, How do you think Jaleel McLaughlin's doing in pass protection? And second, on about 70% of the time he's on the field, he's getting the ball.
Yeah.
Are you worried about that becoming a tell?
Yeah, it's
for
definitely something that we keep track of. Pass protection, I'm not sure that he's had a lot of reps at it. Hard to pass protect, I guess, when you have the ball. But, he's a smart player. He knows what to do. Obviously, his stature is such that you have to be aware of who he's going to block if he has to block somebody. So, something that we track. But, we're aware of kind of the tendencies with him and something that we're working on to break those tendencies. But, we're happy where he is. Real motivated guy, talented. And a guy that's made a lot of plays for us so far.
Coach, how much do you expect the Browns defense to change with Denzel Ward out and not playing?
Yeah, it'll be interesting, something that we're going to have to watch early. Just common sense would tell you that they'll probably play a little more zone. I know that Schwartz has always done a good job of protecting his corners when he doesn't feel like they're, maybe the guys that he wants to have in man-to-man a lot. So, we'll definitely be watching early to see if his tendencies are changing.
Coach, this seems to be, I know the overall numbers are how good they are for the Browns defensively, but in points allowed, it's kind of been feast or famine. 17 or fewer 5 different times, but they've also given up 24 or more.
Yeah.
5 different times. Where's the discrepancy there?
Yeah, I think, there were a couple games, Indianapolis, I can reference where, the offense just got some explosive plays where, they broke a tackle and, 70-yard touchdown or something of that nature. So, the stats tell you one thing, but when you watch them, I mean, I think Jim Schwartz is one of the top defensive coaches in the NFL. You see a defense that's playing hard, they're detailed, their assignment sound. You run the ball, they got someone in every gap, and you pass the ball, you don't have a lot of time. And they got defensive backs close to your receivers. So it's it's a challenging week. I think like I said, he does a good job of just gapping out the runs, and then you don't have a lot of time to throw it. So you got to be smart. You got to protect your quarterback. Like you said, there's this feast or famine, but I see a lot more famine when you watch the film.
Do you when you play against a team that likes to ball control on offense, does that affect your game plan? I mean, do you want to make sure you're not going 3 and out, and try to keep the ball yourself, or do you stay with what you do best?
Yeah, I think you make a good point. I would say that regardless of how the defense is playing, you never want to go 3 and out. I mean, sustaining drives, scoring points is always the goal. But, growing up in the Air Force football program, that was always our goal, was to keep the ball long and not let our defense play a lot. And it's a good strategy if you can do it, and they've been successful at it. So, we know that maybe our opportunities won't be as much as a normal game, so we have to do the most with them.
Last question.
Coach, kind of on that note, first and second down, how critical are those plays to make sure you're
Yeah, I think very critical. I think, when you look at this defense, the 3rd and shorts, there's not a lot of clips compared to most teams. 3rd and 2 to 3, 3rd and 4 to 6, and then you get to that 3rd and 7 plus, and there's way more than you're used to watching. And that's kind of how they've been successful. They're good on early downs. They get you in that 3rd and 7 plus, and then they've got a pass rush that's fierce. So staying out of those 3rd and longer, it's all, we say it all the time, there's certain fundamentals that no matter who you're playing, you want to execute. You want to stay out of 3rd and longer, regardless of who you're playing. But this team's so good in those situations that 1st and 2nd down efficiency will be, even more key maybe than normal.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Sure. Thank you, guys.